Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Agustina Lorensa. I'm from class 8 to Denpasar. My number ID 121111710 and 6. So here I will explain the parts of causatives. So the first subject of causative verbs. Causative verbs are verbs that are used to indicate if the subject is not directly responsible for the action that occurs, but rather someone or something else does the action. For example, I had my hair cut. Subject in the sentence does not cut his own hair, but instead makes other people do it. Generally, there are four causative verbs that are often used, namely have, get, let, and make. The first have is a common causative verb. This verb functions to want someone to do something for the subject. The formula used is follows. Active voice. Subject plus have, had plus again plus action verb ber infinitive plus object. Passive voice. Subject plus have, had plus object plus action plus verb 3. For example, I had my brother take the glasses. Mr. Satya had Lily check the paper. The use of the verb get is similar to have but with a different sentence structure. The formula used is as follows. Active. Subject plus get, got plus again plus action verb. Passive. Subject plus got plus object plus action verb. For example, he got his father to buy a ball. And for his past active and passive, I got my jacket cleaned. This verb is used to let someone do something. The formula used is as follows. Subject plus let plus again plus action verb. For example, will you let me go now? And she lets me drive her car. My father lets me choose the gift make. And this verb is used to force or really convince someone to do something. The formula used is as follows. Active. Subject plus make made plus again plus action verb or bare infinitive. For example, the manager makes her staff work hard. Next, my teacher made me apologize for what I had said. And did she make you wear that ugly hat? Okay, the next material, causative verb with two infinitive. When we use the causative verb of other verbs such as cause, come on, get, other, etc., and the object of this verb is performing the action, we use the infinitive form or verb in of the main verb. Let's look at some example of this today. In this causative form, get has the meaning or persuade. When you get someone to do something for you, you have persuaded them to do it. For example, the boss got Jack to attend the company called outing on Sunday. I got to agree to 5 years contract. instead of his original proposal for a 10-year contract. Other verbs such as cause, come and get, order, when, etc. do not have any different meaning or nouns when used in the causative forms. The hurricane caused the power to go out for almost 1 million people in New York. Next material, causative verb causative verb bar infinitive. Bar infinitive is a certain verb that can be used without using to in the sentence. The bar infinitive is often referred to as the base form, short infinitive, or zero infinitive. Unlikely the infinitive, which only function as a verbal or a word format from a verb but can function as a noun, adjective, and adverb. A bar infinitive can also function as a verb. The bar infinitive can be used in for citation. For example, after, would, rather, or had better. And after modal auxiliary verb, will, shall, would, could, can, may, might, must, should, and needed, but does not apply to, be able to, had to, ought to, and need to. After all, that do, does, did, doesn't, didn't, and done. After certain verbs, such as causative verb, have, let, make, hear, help, and watch, help can be used with an infinitive or a bar infinitive. Bar infinitive. Example. Here an example of the bar infinitive of each the use described earlier. The first, she had better finish her text immediately. He had better finish his excursion. The 10-year-old boy could run faster than me and my brother. The 10-year-old boy can run faster than my brother and I. Next, my friend Amanda and Debbie don't like coffee. My friends Amanda and Debbie don't like coffee. See, there's sunstorm will come tonight. A sunstorm is coming tonight. The boss of this company made his staff work harder than before. Leaders in this company make their employees work harder than before. And the next material, non-finite clause. The opposite of finitive clause, non-finitive verbs are verbs whose function can change, no longer being a verb, but an adjective, noun, or adverb, because of its able function. Non-finitive verbs are divided into their forms. The first, gerund. A gerund is a verb that turns into a noun, where the noun and in. For example, she loves swimming. She likes swimming. Swim is a verb, but the word swimming her is a gerund. His hobbies are listening to music and playing badminton. His hobby is listening to songs and playing badminton. The words listening and playing in this sentence are not verb but gerunds. The second, infinitive. The infinitive is a verb that begins with to. Here are some examples of non-infinitive verb in the infinitive form. For example, my teacher want me to help her in the class. To help her is a non-finite verb which is an infinitive. And he asked me not to share the story to everyone. He asked me not to share his story with anyone. To share in the sentence is an infinitive word. And the last, participle. Non-infinitive verb can also be participle where the verb an adjective. In English itself, there are two types of participle, namely the past participle or word ending in, at, or t, or the present participle, word ending in, ing. For example, do not drink the sleeping please again. Sleeping please here is a participle in the present tense. And then you must fill the printed from. Printed form is an example of participle the past tense. Okay, I think that's all for me about the material causative, and I hope you can help me to answer my exercise and link below.